Hello and welcome back to the stream. It's me. I don't normally stream on Wednesdays. Can I even say the word Wednesday? Apparently I can't. But yeah, here I am. Aren't I just so dedicated? I don't know. I didn't sleep much last night. It was kind of stressful. I was actually Discord drama last night. I have like 10 people in my Discord and there was still drama, so we do like to see it. But if you notice a certain fixture around these parts of Missy, I don't know, draw your own conclusions from that and make from that what you will. But I don't know. Maybe one day I will expand on that, but at the moment I am very fucking pissed off at a certain individual. Yeah, as far as I should probably discuss it, because I am pretty mad at that person and kind of won't be very kind. Kind of won't be very Damn, you missed it. Oh, it was in the DMs, don't worry. It was in my DMs. It was a direct message drama. But yeah, weird incel autistic guys, yeah, just be careful, ladies, because if yeah, they'll just make up their own little one-sided parasocial shit in their own minds. It doesn't matter. And yeah, don't I don't know. I guess I'm just setting boundaries now. I'm not like letting people talk to me in a way that isn't public. So just going forward, that's how it's gonna be. But yeah, you will notice a certain individual missing. And I don't want to say what they did, but fucked up. Very, very, very creepy and very, very, very fucked up is it's not our little Juniper Berries. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. As somebody that's been around for a while. But let's just say Hyperbovian's workload is about to double. See what I did? I told you without telling you. Well, no, I pretty much just explicitly told you. Yeah. So that's that. So I was up last night dealing with, I don't know, what do you call it? An autistic breakdown, weird parasocial meltdown. I don't know. Very, very, very creepy and very, very, dare I say, inappropriate. Any questions from the class? Anybody have any gossip? That's pretty much the most gossipy thing that's happened on this stream so far. Which is pretty impressive considering like we've only got like about 12 regulars like coming in here. Which also coincidentally puts us in the top 1% of Twitch. So there you go. There you go. We're doing good. Yeah, I don't know. We are a vibrant community. I mean, that's one way of putting it, I guess. Oh god, guys. I do just kind of want to give the goss, but I'm also like, I'm not gonna do it in a very charitable way. Because yeah. To say that I'm very, very fucking angry at the situation is it's kind of downplaying it. Ugh. Hello, Ricochet. How are you? Do you still have the flu? I still have lupus in case anyone is wondering. It didn't disappear, unfortunately. It's still here. It's still here. Flu. Do I still have super AIDS? I don't have super AIDS. I have special AIDS. Yeah, it's special AIDS. I have special AIDS. That's what I have. I'm like the only documented case in human history, so that's why it's so special. Secret gaming stream? Huh? What? Look, it's a game. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Oh, we can make the word coffee. Oh no, we can't. There's no E. I got exciting. It's Wednesday? Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. I didn't stream on Monday, so I decided I would stream today. I think I said in Discord I would stream today, so I was like, well, I will stream today, but who knows, I might have tomorrow off. It's, you never know. Although, tonight is steak night at the pub, so I am missing that. I did want to go and have a beer and look at the ocean. Because it's nice to have a beer and look at the ocean. Although it's the Southern Ocean, it's like, you know, basically just looking at Antarctica off in the distance. I suppose Tasmania's in the way, but who really cares? Who really cares about that? I'm more interested in the giant iceberg with penguins on it. Although I guess we do have penguins in Melbourne, but, you know, it's Melbourne, so. Ugh. Oh, look, I found our missing Twitch mod. Fanatic. Too soon? I don't know, I went there, guys. I fucking went there. 7 points for me, yay! You really want to do the Antarctic cruise, but it's $12,000. Oh yeah, I would love to do that. My cousin is a PhD in marine biology, and she goes down to Antarctica once a year because her research is like on, oh, actually I shouldn't say what her research is on because I would definitely be doxing myself because, yeah. Anyway, my cousin is a marine biologist and she goes down to Antarctica. Her research, like the type of organisms that she studies, she mainly studies like stuff like in the southern waters, let's just say. Apparently there's a part of Greenland that is directly north of Antarctica with no other land in between. Anyway, so she gets to go, she leaves from like New Zealand, she goes to like New Zealand, and then from New Zealand, like they have like a research ship that goes down there, and yeah, they do stuff and things, and yeah, I don't know, pretty cool, I guess. She's a nice girl, I like her, I enjoy her company. She grew up in Tasmania, which is yeah. I mean, sucks to be her, I guess, but I do like her. She's one of the few Australian cousins that I have that aren't evil, so I like her. Ooh, Fanta. Look, there's Nazi Coke. Fanta. Not a word. Your mum's not a word. How about that? Thing and stuff? Coffin, ooh. Your most psycho old friend messaged you last night with the most insane tea. I don't know who any of your friends are, but I'm still heavily invested in this tea. Please give us the juice. I love other people's gossip. It's so exciting to me because I'm not involved, but I just get to go, ooh. Really, I can't believe they did that. And Teapot, that's an acronym, right? Oh no, it's not an acronym, but it's an abbreviation. I don't think it's gonna count. We can try it though. Oh, wow. There you go. It's a word. Just good job. Good job. You did it. I can't believe the first word after I saw today was fanatic after telling that story that I just told at the beginning of the stream. They're making a statement, they are. Yeah, this does seem to have a theme. Sometimes they do. It's kind of scary. Well, maybe we can have NATO. Oh no, no F. Fuck, I'm dumb. Oh, we can have anti-fan. I like it. I liked it. Like there was this K-drama called Mr. Queen, and this guy like has a gender body swap, but also like a time swap. So he goes back in time and becomes like a Choson queen consort. And he's like teaching the people in like the Choson court about like anti-fans. I don't know. It was very funny. Not a word. You love Mr. Queen. It was so funny. It didn't do well in Korea, but it did very, very well with international audiences. So yeah. It was fucking great. Oh, we can't have tobacco because it doesn't have an F in it and there's no B. Ent. We have Ent. Faint. Ooh. Catatonic. No F in catatonic, Ricochet. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But that would have been a good one. That would have been a very good one. It would have been. It would have been super, super, super good. Yeah, I know. I do that all the time too. I do that all the time. It's annoying. Blech. Fanfic. Ooh. Oh, wow. So they just don't act the words that they allow and the words that they disallow. It's like very, very all over the shop. It doesn't really make any sense. Oh, my heart is, oh no, you wanted me to hydrate. I did hydrate. I was thinking, I've got a heart health check, but we already addressed that. I just forgot what happened 10 minutes ago because my brain doesn't work, unfortunately. All right. Do I want a hint? No, I want you to fuck off. That's what I want you to do. There are 16 words. There are 4 categories. We don't know what the categories are, so we have to make groups of 4 words that might have a connection and guess. And if we guess correctly, it will tell us what the category is. Does that make sense? No, probably not. Okay. The words are canyon, hallway, rapids, flame, current, jury, slam, door, tunnel, cataract, booby. Yay! Skewer, knock, first, Zoom call, and whirlpool. Tunnel, hallway, canyon, and nothing. A canyon is I believe canyons do typically have a body of water running through the middle, but I'm not entirely sure. We can try it. Let's try it. Nah. That's all right. Uh-oh, what do I do? Cataract is a Bronze Age cavalry. The horse army people? I can't talk. You know what I mean. Cavalry, there we go. Why is my brain so special? Hang on, I have to take off my jumper. I'm fucking overheating. Canyon, tunnel, door, hallway, going through. I was thinking something like that, but I couldn't. Knock, flame, slam, and skewer to dismiss with prejudice. Oh, I like that one. Criticize, yay. Cataracts are cloudy. Whirlpool, booby, rapids, and currents are all traps. That could be it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe my dumbness is rubbing off on you, Juniper Berries. Maybe you caught the dum-dums from me. Maybe you are the second case of special aids, and it's just gonna cause a pandemic from here. A special aids pandemic where we all become special in the brain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's your fate. You have to deal with it. There's nothing you can do about it. Tell us your friend gossip. We want to know. We want to know. We don't know who these people are, so it's fine. Just some people in Perth, probably. So, what are we, you know? It's fine. It's fine. What's a Mamma Mia situation? She's pregnant and doesn't know who the baby daddy is? Oh, got you. Okay, well. Okay, yep, but like, what are we talking here? How many options for the dad are there? Because if she knows all the options for the dad, they can do in utero paternity tests now. And is keeping it? Yeah, it is very hard to raise a child by yourself. I would never do it. I would never be a single mom. Oh, OnlyFans. Oh, okay, yeah. Oof, yeah, okay. Probably too many potential baby. That's really sad for the kid, though. They're never gonna know who their dad is. That's like... That's, I don't know. I think that's kind of sad. I mean, is she gonna transition out of that line of work once she's a mum? Because, like, that's not, like, very good for the kid. She's actually really nice. Yeah, like, I'm sure she's a nice person, but... I'm just saying that's not, like, the greatest profession to have if you're raising a child. Probably not. Like, no judgment, but... I don't know. Alright, let's try canyon, tunnel, hallway, and door. They are kind of like passages, I guess. They're kind of passages. We could try that. I don't know. I know Ricochet said it already, but I honestly have fucking nothing. I don't think we're gonna get this, guys. I don't think we're gonna get this at all. Oh, maybe things that have eyes. Cataract are to do with the eyes. Whirlpools have an eye, right? The middle of the spinny vortex thing is an eye. What else? Oh well. I thought I was going somewhere, but then it stopped. Oh, birds. A booby is a type of bird. True. And a tit is also a booby bird. A booby bird. Hello, Earl James. Defect is here. Juniper Berry says a South African in the chat. You must be so happy. You must be so happy. I know how much you love South Africans, so feel free to talk about your love for the South African culture. We do like to see it. Cataract is a water thing? I thought it was an eye thing. Current, rapids. Oh, that's why the waterfalls in Lawson in the Blue Mountains are called Cataract Falls then. I thought that was just a weird name. That makes sense. That makes sense. Wow. We haven't tried go through yet. Would Booby have something to do with a prize? It could possibly. Oh, there's a jury prize. There's a door prize. Hang on. Jury prize. Door prize. Booby prize. And first prize. Submit. You're so smart. Look at you. We love you. We love you so much. Mwah. All right, I thought we were gonna be here for the rest of our lives. So, yeah, I definitely thought we were gonna be here for like an hour. Failing. Feels just like my real life, really. Echoey places. Ooh. All right. Well, not our best. Not our best. Not our best run at this game, but how the fuck is a Zoom call echoey? Well, I guess if you don't wear headphones, because like I don't know if you guys work with like any older people, like people, well, yeah, older people, they don't like have headphones, and so they do have like a bit of like feedback, and like there are echoes and stuff because they've got it like coming through their speakers, and then if a few of them have it, if a few of them have it in like a group, like Teams meeting or something, it is like there is a lot of like echoing going on. So yeah, I can kind of see how. Yeah. Something neck pain associated with prolonged computer use. 5 across community spirit. 7 across like April weather. Jewelry for toes or fingers is number 8. Chefs in the style of. 1 down, something firmer. Ooh, terra firma, probably. Yay! I did it. 2 down is cyber shopping. 3 down is wedding registry listing. 4 down, Tripmaster, Monkey, Author, something Maxine, something Kingston. I don't know. Methodology for short. 9A is Allah. Ooh. Yeah, I think South Africans are born age 45. I've never seen a baby South African juniper berries. I don't believe that they exist. I think South Africans hatch out of eggs at age 45. That's what I think. I heard they're just like I heard they're just like on the savannas with like the lions and stuff, and then they pop out of an egg. And you know, they come out like the Urukai in a lot of the Rings. They do. They're just getting the white hand of Saruman across their heads as they hatch at age 45. Correct. We know a lot about your country, Defect. We know a lot about your country. So, oh, I think this is tech neck, right? That's what they call people. People that like. Hang on. Because there was like a thing on YouTube for a while where a bunch of like beauty influencers were like telling you how to treat tech neck, like if you were getting wrinkles in your neck because you stare at your phone all day. Cyber shopping is e-commerce. That it's got an L at the end, unless Hyperbovian was wrong. Let's just pretend he's wrong. They're taking the hobbits to Johannesburg. They are. Community spirit. I don't know. April weather. Is April weather rainy? Maybe ecom is wrong. I don't know who to trust. Should I trust Hyperbovian or should I trust juniper berries? Oh no, I have to choose. I have to choose between them. Who will win? Who will win my heart? Fight for me. No. 7 across is rainy. That's what I was thinking. But then that it can't be e-commerce. And I think 2 down is Essel. What does that mean? I'll believe you, but... E-sale? Oh, that does help us out a lot. That does mean Hyperbovian can be correct, so... Fuck off. Help me, I'm dumb. Oh, sale. Why can't I spell? Wait, e-sail or e-sail like a boat? Are we a sail like a boat? That's what you wrote. That's what I wrote. Right. Oh yeah, we can have toe rings. Rainy April weather, apparently. Community spirit. China. I guess people put China on their wedding registry thingy-mabob. Although weddings I've gone to recently have been bogan weddings and they just want you to give them money. They're like, give us money. Okay, here is some money. I walked around like Sydney CBD for like 5 hours trying to find a wedding card. I was like, why isn't there a fucking goddamn news agency anywhere? Like, all the ones that I used to know weren't there anymore, and I was just walking around, and then I just ended up buying one from, like, this little old Chinese man. It was a really ugly card, but whatever. Your backup plan is to start a cult. Are you charismatic enough to start a cult? I feel like I could start a cult. Would I join yours? It depends. Do I get to be the second in charge? I can be the treasurer. You don't want to trust me with money. You don't want to trust me with money. Eshe, I think that's a Western Sydney thing. Eshe is definitely. Eshe's originated in Western Sydney. So you can thank us for giving you the scourge upon the Australian culture that our Eshe is. Eshe is everywhere, yeah, but I started in Western Sydney. I will prove it to you. Where did Eshes originate? The term Eshe originated from Western Sydney, Australia in the late 1980s and is associated with an urban youth subculture. The word itself is from Pig Latin, likely derived from yes or sesh, short for session. There you go. Western Sydney, baby. We're bringing all the great innovations to humanity. You can thank us. We're a very industrious people. And yeah, that's our contribution for you. So you're welcome. You're welcome, I guess. What more can I say? Anyone else want to argue with me about Western Sydney? I know everything about Western Sydney. I am a genius, okay? A genius. Methodology for short. E-tail? Ooh. Look at that. Juniper Berries is a genius. Clap, clap for the special boy. Can't say the word that rhymes with that because, I don't know, probably get demonetized. But, yeah. Desi Freeman is still on the run. Oh no, maybe he's out in the bush doing photo shoots. He's out there contouring, ladies, trying to get those cheekbones back. Like, I gotta make these bitches pop. I've gotta get my favorite loincloth dry cleaned so it looks nice in my photos. We gotta do it.
Was actually once a suspect in another
there's no sound.
Police murder. Back in 1998, Melbourne detectives Gary
Why is
Silk
there no sound?
and Rodney Miller were executed while on stakeout.
Do you guys have
in
sound?
Moorabbin.
Hang on. My headphones weren't on because I know, I just realized hyperbophobia and I'm so smart. I thought I was doing so good today. I'm like, oh, I haven't done anything particularly stupid today. Because I was up all night dealing with a certain ex-moderator of this chat last night, just being a complete unhinged psychopath. And I didn't go to sleep until very late. And then I had to take like a bunch of Tramadol because he stressed me out and all my joints swelled up. And then I woke up dehydrated and I was like, okay, today's gonna be a good day. I just woke up with the fucking worst headache and I was like, yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that, fuckwit. Alright, let's go.
Desi Freeman is still on the run, and it looks like he's outsmarted the police as they've scaled back the massive manhunt that's cost millions of dollars. But today, I've got bombshell news. Freeman was actually once a suspect in another double police murder. Back in 1998, Melbourne detectives Gary Silk and Rodney Miller were executed while on stakeout in Moorabbin. The night before, they'd been led on a high-speed chase by a suspicious dark blue.
Dude, how this waste of space has just been like allowed out in the community, just living off the taxpayer's dime while he simultaneously like bites the hand that fucking feeds him time and time again. Like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, this is actually just fucking nuts.
Honda Civic. And Daily Mail can reveal Freeman once owned that same make and model car at the time and was repeatedly dragged in for questioning. An old friend told us that he was a person of interest in that murder for a while and interviewed about it more than once. And it eventually transpired that the particular case was riddled with police corruption, which just pushed him deeper into his anti-authority conspiracies. In July 2000, police arrested Bandali Debs and Jason Roberts. By 2002, both were convicted of the Silk Miller murders. Years later, it was revealed Victoria Police had fabricated and destroyed key evidence.
I thought she was going to say Vic Police had fucked it up, and I was going to be like, yeah, they do that a lot. And then she said fabricated, and I was like, well, that was jarring to my brain. That's not the word I would have used, but okay. Different verbiage, I guess. You be professional on your little Daily Mail freaking iPhone vlogs, okay? I don't know, I guess.
One so-called dying word statement from Miller wasn't even written until 10 months after the shootings. Officers gave false statements and others altered statements to secure convictions. After serving 20 years behind bars, Jason Roberts was finally acquitted in 2022, proving he'd been wrongly jailed because of police misconduct. Bandali Debs, however, remains in prison and is still considered guilty of the killings. Fast forward to August this year, when 10 police officers surrounded the converted bus that Desi Freeman lived in with his wife and children. They'd arrived at his Pawpunka property to serve a warrant for historic child sexual abuse charges. But when officers forced entry, Freeman opened fire. Detective Senior Constable Neil Thompson and Senior Constable Vadim Dewart-Hotat were shot dead at close range. Freeman snatched their guns and vanished into the Victorian rugged alpine bushland. Police believe he is still likely in the immediate area as they continue their massive land and air search. His own family believe he is too, with his own son admitting he's likely to be acting out his Hollywood fantasy, living like Rambo in the bush. Koa Freeman revealed that his father easily has the bush skills to survive in the wild despite the harsh weather and the treacherous rough conditions. Freeman had previously posted a video of himself kayaking down the nearby Buckland River, which runs through the property where the shooting took place. Some believe he may have made a beeline for his kayak as soon as the shootings took place, fled down the river, never to be seen again. When Daily Mail revealed videos taken by Desi Freeman on the same river, the police changed their search, immediately switching to the same area. But again...
Yeah, but like 2 weeks after the fucking fact, I mean, it's a bit fucking late, kids.
Without success. The wildest theory is that he somehow...
Like, with all the resources they've thrown at this and all the money they've spent, they should have ascertained that within like 10 hours.
Managed to make it out of the area in the confusion and chaos after the deadly ambush. Other conspiracy theorists believe he could easily have been smuggled out of the current search zone, either immediately or even days later, despite hundreds of...
I think he's in Queensland. So many of those sovereign citizen fuckwits are in Queensland, and they would 100% harbour him.
Cops being rushed into the area. In the wake of the shooting, traffic was driving in and out, unchecked by police roadblocks. A sympathetic local could easily have hidden him in their boot or even their backseat and driven out of town to the coast. Several sovereign citizens in Australia have access to yachts and other seacraft. Freeman could now be living amongst tribespeople in Papua New Guinea. Another theory is he managed to flee cross-country on a dirt bike through the bush, like Steve McQueen in the World War II movie The Great Escape.
Oh,
Some
no.
believe he could now be interstate and anywhere in the country. Others suspect the survivalist may have hidden a doomsday-type bunker, prepped with enough food and supplies to last him for months. An underground bunker could easily be undetectable by aerial police thermal imaging for weeks without ever once having to come up for air or supplies. He could also be hiding out in one of the many disused mine shafts, tunnels or caves, some of which are only accessible by diving underwater. Locals have stressed Freeman is also a renowned and highly skilled diver. Police believe the large sovereign citizen community...
He's got all these skills, but somehow can't, like, work 40 hours a week to provide for his family. He's been bringing his family up on, like, $29,000 a year in a bus. What a fucking dad of the year. What a fucking disgusting human being. Imagine bringing 3 children into the world and not being bothered to fucking provide for them. Absolutely fucking gross human being.
Community may well be harboring Freeman, which is why they offered a $1 million reward for his safe capture. They have made several raids on high-profile figures. However, no trace of Freeman has been found. Some, including his wife and son, believe he may have already ended his life, too cowardly to face the consequences of a life behind bars, which is inevitable. One thing is certain, as the search for Australia's most wanted man continues, so too will the wild conspiracy theories.
I mean, they're probably just speculating. I don't think anything anyone's posited has been like too wackadoo, too fucking out there, considering like this fucking guy and the people that he associates with. Those aren't conspiracies, they're just theories. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Hyperbobes. That is what I was just saying. I'm feeling so fucking sleepy. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I don't know. I'm thinking what I should do. Like, I'm dizzy sitting down, so that's not great. I didn't get much sleep last night. Like, I got like maybe 2 hours sleep, and I probably need like 12 hours sleep. Alright. Apparently there was an earthquake in the Philippines. So, I don't know. Watch that, I guess.
Large earthquake in the Philippines has risen to 60. The magnitude 6.9 quake struck off the coast of the central Philippines, about 17 kilometers northeast of the Boga city in Cebu province overnight. Buildings and infrastructure have been damaged, causing power outages. Multiple towns and municipalities have now declared a state of calamity as they assess the damage. The country's civil defense agency says the number of fatalities remains fluid as more reports come in from emergency responders. Here's Lucille Latonio, who's with World Vision Philippines in the city of Mandaue, about 3 hours from the epicenter.
When it happened, I was having dinner with my husband at a convenience store, and the place just started to shake, and items on the shelf just started falling down, and the electric post opposite from where we were staying, it just engulfed into flames. So like people were panicking, people were shouting, and we were trying to reach my kids. It was very difficult to reach them because no one was answering, and then some of the lines were cut off, and there were even a tsunami alert. So our relatives from an island in Cebu were also affected. So people were staying out of their homes, and they were asking where could they go if if ever the tsunami would really happen. And then some of our colleagues were staying up late because of the aftershock, so we could really see the people were really panicking, people were scared, and sometimes like when we were sleeping, we'd wake up in the middle of the night because of the aftershocks. But good thing, right after when it happened, World Vision was calling up our staff, and thank God 100 of us were 100% have been accounted for, and we've started to check on our registered families since the epicenter is near our covered areas in Sogod and Tabogon. So some of our families were really affected since they had to stay outside despite the rain, and there was fear of a landslide because the past 2 weeks there has been typhoons coming in. So even some of our staff were staying, especially those who are staying near the mountains, they couldn't sleep because of the fear that, you know, the landslide could happen.
Pulse check. My pulse is okay. It's okay. It's like 80. It's not like bad. It's not bad. I checked before. I'm just feeling, I think I'm just really sleepy. I mean, if I did end the stream, I wouldn't go to sleep because I'm kind of at that point now where I'm overtired. So I'll probably have to wait till like late tonight to fall asleep anyway, but yeah, probably just be delirious or stream. Although, would you really be able to tell the difference between normal me and delirious me? Probably not. Probably like a very marginal difference between the two. So I don't know. Although, could you tell when I was high on tramadol, or was I exactly the same? I feel like I probably would have been just slightly dopier, but I don't know.
And even up to now, some of our staff are trying to reach their families at the northern part of Cebu since there's still power outage there. And they said that some of the roads could not be passable because of the landslides, and some of the roads that have been broken and the bridges that has been affected as well.
Nom 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 nom. Shush. Oh, Operation Nighthawk. They're trying to stop car thieves. Ooh. They're only trying to stop people from stealing rich people's cars. They don't care about poor people's cars. But rich people have their cars insured and they can also afford to get a new one. So I don't think that's fair. What if someone steals my car? I'm poor. Help me.
Stepping up the fight against out-of-control crime, launching a major new campaign to take back the streets. 7 News has obtained exclusive access to Operation Nighthawk, where officers are using extreme tactics to stop criminals in their tracks.
On the run after dark and now under arrest.
Drivers out of the vehicle and surrendering.
Just one of the 43 made during the 4-night Operation Nighthawk, targeting car thieves and reckless behaviour.
Approaching the members, now kneeling and now lying down.
Police close in with their guns and tasers drawn.
We'll have one in custody shortly.
The driving behaviour of some of the offenders was horrific.
Including this 33-year-old man, first clocked driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, jeez.
Armed with a gun.
They're worse drivers than me, and that's really fucking saying something because I don't know.
After stop sticks were used to slow him down, police approached on foot, again with their weapons drawn, but he reversed at them.
He was purely out that night to commit offences and do harm within the community.
So officers used their own car to take him down.
It highlights just how dangerous this is. And
yeah, it's probably exactly the same type of like helicopter thermal fucking infrared bullshit they used in Iraq. Probably why it looks the same. As long as it's not Americans killing innocent civilians. It's just the cops chasing some 33-year-old guy who has a small penis, I guess, who has a small doodle and wants to do hood rat shit.
And our members are often required to put their safety at risk to stop it.
During the sting, police recovered 12 stolen cars, all being driven by adults. And with theft of a motor vehicle at its highest since 2002, police vow the hard work isn't over.
This operation has been run usually when most people are at home in bed. You may not see us, but please know that we are out there. We're working really hard to stop this offending.
and a final promise to the crooks causing harm.
We'll be stopping you and we will be holding you accountable.
Cassie Zervos, 7 News.
How exciting. I guess, I don't know. Maybe. Oh no, a pregnant woman faces court after alleged police pursuit with baby on board. Wow, mother of the fucking year. Oh, hopefully I'll be paying her a visit soon.
Driver has led police on a wild chase along the M1, reaching speeds of almost 170 kilometres an hour. The entire event south of Newcastle was posted to social media as it happened by friends in the car. And as if it couldn't get any more shocking, also in the back seat, a 10-month-old baby.
It's dangerous and downright stupid. And that's
Jeez.
before you realise there's a 10-month-old baby in the car. This is Vision from inside.
Knew he's gonna get more visitors soon for the coal protest. I don't know. I don't know. It's more expensive to live in Newcastle than it is to live in like some of the most expensive suburbs in Melbourne, and that is like a very serious indictment on fucking rental prices in New South Wales. Because a few years ago, I was thinking of moving up to Newcastle and like working up there so I could like take care of my babushka, so like she wouldn't that was before like my auntie took care of her and before she went into the nursing home. I was thinking of going up, and I was looking at rent. Obviously, like I wanted to live in like Merriweather or somewhere like that, so I was looking around there, and it's like more expensive than like the most expensive parts of Melbourne. It was crazy. I was like, that's fucking fucked.
By a Volkswagen on an alleged 70-kilometre wild pursuit through Lake Macquarie yesterday afternoon.
It's Lake Mac. That explains so many things. Lake Macquarie. I don't know if this is still the case, but it was definitely the case at one point. Lake Macquarie had the highest rates of domestic violence in Australia. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Police say they had tried to pull over 19-year-old learner driver Kirsty Lee Parker for speeding on the M1 in Summersby just after midday. She allegedly took off, the sedan reaching speeds of nearly 170 kilometres an hour before officers tried to box in the vehicle in Swansea. When that failed, road spikes were deployed.
Well, she's definitely not getting her license anytime soon, or probably ever now, so congrats. Congrats.
And dodged.
Tony! No! Hello!
The car eventually dumped outside Parker's home in Windale. She and 4 male passengers didn't get far.
They arrested him in my front yard, and then they were just out here. They had the girl as well, and they had him out here. I don't know where they took the baby, but they did have a 10-month baby with them in the car.
By some miracle, the baby was unharmed, seen here today.
Are you able to tell us how the baby's going today? What was your daughter doing in a pursuit with a baby in the car? In another stunning revelation, it was revealed by...
Wait, how is she driving? How is she? What the fuck? How is she driving? Is that a different girl? What's going on? I'm so confused. Because that didn't look like the chick that was in cuffs. Or was there another chick in the car? Because that chick had brown hair. I'm so confused right now. Can somebody help me? Am I having a stroke? Probably.
Parker's lawyer that she's also 11 weeks pregnant. She was refused bail in court today, breaking down into tears, begging to be released.
Her passengers have been let go without charge. Police also reviewing their actions.
Okay, so the girl with driving the car was a passenger. The other girl, the mum is on remand. She wasn't. Yeah, okay. She was in court. So today, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Telling 9 News they had no idea an infant was in the car, and if they did, they would have done things differently. James Wilson, 9 News.
Some people do not deserve to have children. And that is the only thing that motivates me to get out of bed in the morning, honestly. China reportedly bans BHP, there we go, iron ore imports. Why? Why don't you want our iron, China? Our iron's the best.
Shareholder nerves very high today as Beijing digs up trouble for BHP and Australia's largest export commodity. There are reports China has banned purchases of iron ore cargoes from the company's mines in WA. James Tao joins us now from ING Bank. James, good afternoon. What's the strategy here?
Yeah, look, afternoon, Taj. It is an interesting one. There have been, of course, these reports coming through just last night. Unconfirmed as such, both Chinese authorities and BHP haven't confirmed or denied exactly what this particular strategy is at the moment. But what has been announced is, or what has come through from those reports is that this temporary ban is of BHP iron ore exports into China. Now, there have been some contract talks basically around the price of iron ore, and this is what some analysts believe is kind of the sticking point at the moment, and it's more of a negotiating tactic from China to actually get a better price for iron ore. So China, of course, for some context, is the world's largest importer of iron ore. About 3/4, or a little under 3/4 of all iron ore around the world goes to China. Australia, of course, is the largest exporter as well. About 60% of iron ore comes out of BHP and also Rio Tinto. So BHP is the lowest cost iron ore producer, so that could certainly be something that China wants to take advantage of there at the moment, Tash.
James, thank you, and we'll chat to you later in the bulletin for today's finance news. Thank you.
Ooh. China, you need our iron ore. You need it. Buy it from us and give me the money. BHP made me their they go between girl, so you need to transfer that all into my bank account. I'll give you the details later, Xi. Oh, Friendly Geordies has an update about his firebombing. I just want to preface this by saying that the family that is involved in this crime, obviously they're from like the Maryland, Granville, Guildford area, and I will say I do know some members of the extended family, but I will try, you know, obviously I'm not gonna let that cloud my judgment, because firebombing people is wrong. Let's go. Just thought I would put a disclaimer.
Breaking news, one of the guys that firebombed my house back in 2022 has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. Now, I'm grateful to the judge, the arson squad and the financial crimes unit for all their hard work in securing this little bit of justice. That was a Herculean slog for the investigators to get it to that point at all, but this is hardly a definite end to this saga, and there are a few things that really need to be said in wake of this conviction. The person convicted of the firebombing is a man by the name of Tufi Jr. Tuisi Alua. I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly, and frankly, I don't care. I've never met Tufi Jr. I've never mentioned him in videos before. In fact, before he was charged, I'd never even heard of his name, nor do I hope to hear it ever again. It does, however, open a big question, a question which was not satisfactorily answered in court, and perhaps even more shamefully, not examined by most of the media. Why would a man with no connection to me whatsoever go to the effort of stealing a Mercedes, cloning number plates, surveilling my house, and then setting that house on fire? I think I know the answer. I'd wager some prominent defamation lawyers, property developers, and politicians also know the answer. There were some unsurprisingly cowardly and oblique hints of an answer in the ABC article about the conviction, an article which refers to me as an internet personality. Mr. Shanks, who uses the moniker Friendly Geordies online, had mentioned the Alameddine Crime Network in a video 2 months before his home was set alight. Just mention the Alameddines. A lot of people mention the Alameddines, Anton. The Alameddine Crime Network might be one of the most prolific gangs in this nation's history. They're nightly news. Some people bank their entire journalistic careers on talking about the Alameddines. They don't get their houses burnt down. How characteristically low from the ABC, especially when even the judge labelled the firebombing as, quote, a professional attack on a journalist. Anton here acts as if it was a coincidence after reading out a BuzzFeed article on a stream. This is not at all to excuse Tufi Jr. He tried to kill...
Yeah, I don't know if people remember the coronation video that Friendly Geordies posted. Obviously, he had to take it down. But yeah, like it was a lot of stuff. Like obviously a lot of it was like implicating super bras in a lot of stuff. You know, he got in cushy jobs. But yeah, there's so much fucking money in Sydney property development, obviously, like with the median house price being like close to $2 million now. It's fucking, yeah, there's a lot of money, and a lot of people are doing a lot of dodgy stuff. Like, I will say, they had to get rid of several council areas. So like the area that I grew up in is like Granville, and that's the suburb just east of that is Auburn, and the suburb just west of that is Maryland, and then the suburb just southwest of that is Guildford. So that's where all of this happened. So Maryland's was Holroyd Council, and obviously Auburn was Auburn Council, and Granville was a part of Parramatta Council. So they had to amalgamate that entire like Granville, Maryland, Guildford, Auburn area. They had to make a new council area because there was so much corruption, especially to do with like developments and stuff like that. Like the councils were just stacked with like just this family's people. And it's very, very, very well known. Like anybody that lives in those suburbs, like we all know these people. We went to primary school with them, like, and I don't know, like they're nice people if you're on their good side, but you definitely like, they're definitely the kind of people that you're just like super nice to, and just yeah, you don't want to go. But yeah, that's why Cumberland Council was formed in 2016. And Auburn Council and Holroyd Council were dissolved, and Parramatta were like, yeah, we don't want Granville to be part of our local government area anymore, because they're like being too ghetto. So they turfed us. But yeah, that's why that whole thing happened. They dissolved the government. Yeah, they got rid of like councils that were like 100, close to, some of them are like 150 years old and stuff. I know Granville had been a part of Parramatta Council for like 160 years or something like that. Something nuts. Same with Auburn and same with Holroyd. But yeah, it's all Cumberland Council now. They just put all like and yeah, there were just a lot of regulation, a lot of oversight, a lot of like eyes on Cumberland Council, because obviously that's where like a lot of the dirty property money and a lot of there's a lot of stuff going around, a lot of stuff happening.
Someone, he burnt down a house with no regard for not only the other potential occupants, but neighbours, which were the elderly, and for all he knew, could have been children. Even worse, because his motives are murky and seemingly transactional, he seems to have just been waved away with he was just the hired muscle. He tried to kill people. He burnt down a house. Things are a little bit scary in New South Wales, if you ask me. At this point, you can order a firebombing, not only not get caught, but the muscle who does get caught gets about the same time as it takes to do a bachelor's degree. Pretty good risk to reward ratio, if you ask me. Over the past few years, I've faced multiple different criminal investigations.
So Geordie's was investigating these people. Yeah, I don't know, like obviously the original video is up, so I haven't seen it in a few years because this was ages ago. But from memory, he was looking at like the coronation group and like just dodgy developments and the kind of favors that John Barilaro did for Coronation Group while he was Deputy Premier of New South Wales. And they gave him a job, when obviously he, when he was no longer Premier, they gave him a job in the Coronation property. I don't know what it's called. It's a property development company called Coronation. I don't know. Anyway. That's what kicked all of this off. I think was kind of investigating the money trails and the corruption in at the state government level. He didn't go into like the local councils and stuff. That's just more stuff that I know because like I know people that work in those local governments. So it's just more kind of goss that I know personally. So
and charges over what apparently in New South Wales is a far more serious crime, making YouTube videos. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that there were far more investigative and legal resources thrown at botched attempts to punish me than there were at punishing the firebombers. But the silver lining is that in the court of public opinion, thanks to the brazen violence of the firebombing, an act which to the broader public at least is more depraved than clicking upload, certain politicians, lawyers, police units and judges have been, what's the opposite of vindicated? I'll end this update with some questions for everyone to ponder. How can a man be charged and sentenced to 5 years in prison for a firebombing and the courts...
Goths that you know personally, they're not goths. They're from Western Sydney. They're Habibi girls. Those are my Habibi girls. So those are my goth girl and metal girl. Girl chicks. They're from Penrith. They're definitely not grateful girls. No. What the fuck? I think I would be like the only goth that ever came out of Granville, to be fair. Gotta say, I'm probably one of the only ones.
Get to know nothing about his motives. How come when I drive through Sydney I see more cranes than ever bearing the title of the video that I was forced to take down due to the death threats? Why are certain politicians like Rose Jackson, who originally condemned the firebombing, albeit in the most performative Twitter-approved template that not only was mostly about her and how awesome she thinks she is, she also just had to add, right after I was nearly killed, that I'm, quote, way off and gross. I'll tell you what I think is way off, Rose. Hanging out with and propping up...
Just because you talk like you're 20 doesn't mean that you look like you're 20, love. I just want to say, well, should I comment on her appearance? I don't want to give her advice because she's a cunt. So I won't give her advice on how to improve her appearance. But I'll just say, yeah, just because you talk like you're a teenager doesn't mean you look like one. So, you know.
A development company
Ouch,
which again
I guess.
shares the name of the video I was forced to remove due to death threats and doing so knowingly. You know. That's what I think is gross, you self-aggrandizing trans...
Oh yeah, if you want to look up corruption in like the New South Wales state government, look up Eddie Obeid. That guy was like fucking... Hang on. Is he IE or Y? We'll find out. Eddie Obeid, criminal and former member of New South Wales Legislative Council. What a portfolio. This guy was Labor and he was one of the most corrupt. Also property development shit. Can we get a TLDR? Anyway, he was like a prolific, like, it's same shit, just like 20 years ago. When did this happen? ...2002. Yeah, about 20 years ago. I wasn't far off. I was pretty close. New South Wales has all of it, because we're special. Although I definitely feel way safer walking around Sydney than I feel walking around Melbourne, to be fair. Anyway, he was the same. Pardon me. I'm so charming. I'm such a charming young lady. Look at me go. Is a coronation video still forced offline? I know there was a time on YouTube where everybody was re-uploading it. A lot of like people were creating channels and they were re-uploading it. It might still be around. I mean, we can have a look. Uh-oh. Let's bring it up the... Oh, we got it. We got it. We got one with 326k views. We can watch it. It's 46 minutes long though. We should probably arrange to like watch it on Friday or something if you're interested. Thanks for following Rashkai Tiger. Rashkai Ki. Don't change the burps. I find them adorable. Well, I'm not gonna hold my burp in. I don't care about being ladylike. I'm actually super proud when I do a loud burp. If like I feel like I need to burp and I burp and it's not a good one, I'm like, oh, I'm disappointed in myself. That's why I always like skull beer so I can do a big burp because it makes me feel proud of myself. But yeah, it's here, so we can definitely watch it. It's just that it's 46 minutes long, so if we watched it, we would be here till like midnight. But yeah, maybe we can like watch it on Friday or something. Unless people have lives and are going out on a Friday night. I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know what you're doing with yourself.
Transactional party machine cog. Why do the Alamedangs, an organised crime gang, give so much access to certain ABC journalists? Why is the ABC so ardent in defending these certain journalists? And why isn't anyone able to get enough evidence to bring whoever ordered the firebombing into a courtroom? I'll tell you, there's some very strange things happening in New South Wales.
I gotta wee. I'll be back. Or will I? Will I fall down the toilet? We'll never know. We'll never know. I'm probably skinny enough to do that at the moment. We'll see how we go. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that, but here I am. I'm in the void. Are you happy to see me? It's amazing. Oh, I want to be like this. Whee! Teen fighting for life after dangerous social media trend of train surfing. This lady acting like she's not old enough to know how long train surfing has been around and it's just a social media thing. This lady definitely had a MySpace back in the day. And she was in no one's top 8. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just chucking that out there.
Social media trend that has left a 13-year-old boy fighting for his life. Incidents of so-called train surfing seem to be increasing, and it's prompted authorities to issue an urgent warning to parents as school holidays kick off. For more, we are joined this morning by Howard Collins from Transport for New South Wales. Howard, Howard, good morning to you and thank you for joining us. So what we saw in Sydney on Monday night, terrible, right? This young teen now seriously injured after falling from a train in Sydney South. What do we know about how that all unfolded? What actually happened?
Well, unfortunately for me, I was probably the nearest transport person to the scene, so I attended firsthand and saw this poor child, 13 years old, lying in the gutter of our tracks. And I think it brings it home to you, all of us have children, that it is important to get to these kids. They believe 5 seconds of fame is great on Instagram, but I assure you, this may be 50 years.
I can't believe how much social media has fucked up kids' brains. Like, young people are so fucking boring these days, and like they don't have subcultures, they don't understand subcultures, they don't like, they think that like subcultures are just a way that you dress, like they'll like dress goth but like not even listen to the music or like any of the cultural aspects. It's just really bizarre, and they're so scared of being cringe that they won't do anything. They're just, I don't know, everything's about like social media fucking validation. I can't imagine. I mean, they're all fucked up. There's like one person under the age of 35 that I talk to that doesn't make me want to blow my brains out. So shout out to that person, I guess. Shout out to you.
Pain when it comes to the injuries this poor child has suffered. And I'd warn every parent, what is your child doing over the school holidays? Please stay away from trains.
I mean, Howard, just some of that vision we're seeing there, you can see just how dangerous it is. I mean, anyone attempting something like this is just literally centimetres, millimetres away from potential catastrophe. It's this misguided attempt at thrill seeking, but you're saying that it's actually on the increase, so-called train surfing.
Absolutely, and what worries us is, you know, the more we talk about it, the more kids think it's great to do it. My advice is for everyone to understand the consequences. This train was probably doing almost 100 kilometres an hour between Caringbah and Woolooware Station. The child fell off the back, landed very seriously injured. Thank you to the AMBOs, the Faris, and the police who I work with there, and the train crew, the 2 women train crew, who did an amazing job to make sure people were safe. But we don't want this to happen. It is going up, 27% increase, 550 cases this year alone of people breaking into our train cabs. We are going to do something about this and working even harder with our police colleagues. My colleague Steve Hedigty and I had a conversation about what we can do here, and we are warning kids, don't go near the rear cabs of trains or do something illegal. We're happy for you to be on board our trains.
Yeah.
Be sensible, please.
Just very quickly, Howard, what are you actually doing? So-called beaks being installed on some services to prevent this, is that right?
Yeah, the older Trangara trains, which about 20% of our fleet, have a little step at the back, which kids seem to think is a good place to ride. It's very dangerous, hanging onto windscreen wipers to maintain their balance. We're putting on a little wedge, a beak as it's called. We'll remove that wedge, but it's not stopping. We are reinforcing train doors, covert cameras, more patrols. We will be out there in force, and police will scoop you up, and then you've got a lot of explaining to do. Please,
Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble.
Safety, avoid it.
Exactly, as a child fights for his life, right?
And then your mum and dad are gonna take away your phone, and how will you be able to tell TikTok that you did a cool thing and get the validation that you so desperately seek? You cannot wait for the social media ban. Yeah, kids need to be off there until they're 25, probably, until their frontal lobes fucking develop. Because fuck me. I don't actually care about this story. Oh, house prices are up with the fastest growth in 2 years. Yay. Oh, I want to live in one of these houses so bad. Somebody help me. Is this Potts Point? This looks like Potts Point. Yeah, that's the Opera House there. That must be Potts Point. Oh, I want to live in a Victoria Street terrace house. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. I need those views for New Year's Eve. Okay, I need them. I want them. I must have them. Help me. Help me.
Let's go to those house prices first. It is the first day of October today, of course. Where did the house price figures for September come in?
Yeah, happy new house price day. Thanks for having me. So for September, we saw national home values rise 0.8%. And to your point, it's the highest monthly increase in almost 2 years, taking national home values up about 5% through the year to date. Or another way of thinking about it is that this has added approximately $40,000 to the median value across Australia. It's been a broad-based increase, with every capital city seeing an increase over the month, quarter and past 12 months, and definitely suggests a ramp up through the spring selling season.
Yeah, putting it in those dollar terms, it's certainly stark. And these are the nationwide figures, of course. Looking closer, is there anything of particular note to you in terms of the different states or city-country divide, for example?
Yeah, a couple of things. So it is a broad-based increase with each of the capital cities rising, but seems to be led by cities like Perth and Brisbane, which had over a 1.5% increase in the month. You've got Darwin running its own race at the moment with a 6% increase in the quarter and up around 13% through the year to date, as our cheapest capital city market, at least relative to other capitals. It's attracting a lot of investor interest and pretty rapid capital growth. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you've got Hobart, which was up just 0.1% in the month.
And with this sustained rise in prices, I mean, what's behind it, and how confident are consumers feeling at the moment?
So it's multiple factors on the demand and supply side. On the demand side, a lot of households just do have more money to spend on housing at the moment. That comes from 3 interest rate reductions so far this year. Households are on a bit of a better footing with real income growth rising, and consumer sentiment's still on the low side, but it has been gradually rising through to the start of the spring selling season. On the supply side, you've got relatively low listings levels, so not as many people advertising their property for sale as you would usually see this time of year. Across the combined capitals, total listings volumes are about 18% lower than their 5-year average, whereas sales volumes are 7% higher, so eating away at that inventory and creating more urgency among buyers and price rises.
Now let's get to this expanded first home buyers scheme. As we heard there, the Prime Minister being questioned about it, just the pressure that it's going to put on home prices, and they are predictions at this point. Now, he was sticking to that modest amount that we had from Treasury model.
What do you reckon is the first home buyers, like, whatever it is, fucking 5% house deposits? That's what it fucking is. Do you reckon it's gonna have no impact, or do you think it's gonna have an impact? Please, I wanna have my own house so I can have 55 cats and be a cat queen finally. Finally, me and my army of black cats going around doing stuff and things together. It's gonna be amazing. No one can stop us.
Which was at 0.5% over 6 years. What other predictions are we getting as to how much this could push prices up?
To be honest, it's hard to predict because a lot of Australians would be eligible for the scheme. That doesn't make them eligible for the home loan. So you need to be able to afford to service a home loan with as little as a 5% deposit. You still need to pass bank serviceability.
Yeah, most people are just going to be getting 2-bedroom units because there ain't no way. And it's not that hard to save a deposit for for a 20% deposit for a 2-bedroom unit in Melbourne. Like, I'm not rich and I saved up enough money. Like, I can feasibly do that when something that I like comes on the market. But yeah, I wouldn't buy, if I can't afford to pay a 20% deposit on something, that I'm not going to commit myself to that, because that's, yeah. Because all you need to do is, like, be unemployed for a while or blah, 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 blah. You just need for a few things to go wrong and you're up fucking shit creek. So, I'll just buy, like, what I can afford. What I can afford to buy comfortably. Otherwise, I'm not fucking with it. Like, it's not worth it.
Assessments, and that's going to weed some people out of the scheme, and unfortunately it's probably going to weed lower income households out of the scheme. I also find it very interesting that, when this scheme was first introduced under the Coalition as the first home loan deposit scheme in 2020, Governments have had a choice as to whether they use policy to bring prices down or they give first home buyers a leg up into a market that is continually rising. And that's what successive governments have done for the past 5 years, is the latter. That's what this is. This is not about bringing home prices down. This is about boosting home ownership, and whether that adds significantly to rising house prices, there's going to be more skin in the game for home values continuing to rise because of the nature of this scheme.
Yeah, so what you're saying, so that you're going to have more people who really don't want to see house prices come down, and that's already the majority. That's once they're leveraged at this rate, particularly only needing a 5% deposit there. So what do you think this is going to mean for policy moves moving forward that could actually bring prices down or keep them at a more sustained growth rate?
I think this is our policymakers leaning into housing values continuing to rise and trying to give first home buyers a leg up into that. For an individual, this scheme can really work for you, even if you're incurring extra interest costs because you might have been spending time in the private rental market trying to save up your 20% deposit, and the
rental prices are downstream of prices, not the other way around. Well, that would make sense.
Over the long term, I think it fails us to an extent.
People just want to watch the news and be scared because they're more likely to watch a story that they're... Did everybody leave because the housing market is boring? Where did everyone in chat go? Fine, we'll play the food games. We'll play the food game, you grogs. Is that what you want? Is that what you're here for, food guesser? You only love me for food guesser. Yeah, anything to criticize the government? Well, yeah, if she works for any type of, like, economic think tank, she's probably, like... She probably doesn't vote Labour, even though they're way better economic managers, but, who cares about actual data? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ooh. Food. Food. Ground pork, ground beef, garlic, onion, breadcrumbs, egg, salt, pepper, paprika, parsley, dill, oil, potatoes, milk. This dish consists of flavorful pan-fried meat patties typically made from minced pork, beef, or a combination of both. The meat is seasoned with garlic, onions, and herbs and mixed with bread soaked in milk or water to achieve a tender texture. Often coated in breadcrumb, these patties are savory and aromatic, and they are usually served with a side of potatoes, vegetables, or a fresh salad. Salud. I don't know. Like half the world, probably. You want to say Australia, but you don't know if they're UK. I don't know. Everywhere in the world has like a variation of this, I feel like. Alright, let's try the United Kingdom then. Let's give it a crack. I feel like it's got too many spices in it for the UK, but is warm. It wants us to go. Oh, you can see the compass. You work it out. You work it out. I'm not your mum. Southeast, never eat soggy wheat bix. But I love soggy wheat bix. I like to put my milk on there, and then I like to put it in the microwave and make it mushy and mix it all together. Don't judge me, okay? I'll eat my Weet-Bix how I want to. You're not my mum. You're not the boss of me. I don't really. I'm joking. Or am I? Or am I? You'll never know. You'll never know. I don't know. I haven't eaten Weet-Bix in like... I don't know. I don't think I've eaten Weet-Bix since I was like 5. I don't know. I was just trying to offend everybody in chat. Because it's funny to me. You have had them with hot water? Interesting. You would rather starve? Yeah, because you got rich boy taste buds. You like it with some full cream milk? I just have it with milk and sugar. I just have Weet-Bix with milk and sugar. But the only thing if I do eat brekkie, the only thing I will really have is like Vegemite toast. Or when I did used to go to visit my parents, my dad will always make me steak and eggs for breakfast because he's worried that I don't eat enough. And he's like, I bought steak. It's like, my parents don't have steak money, but my dad would always buy it. And he would always buy me a chocolate mud cake too, because I love chocolate mud cake. And not the Woolies one, he went to Michelle's Patisserie and got it from there, because I'm his favorite. I'm his favorite child. So, there you go. Favorite, number one. Number one child. Yeah, I'm fancy. Yeah, he always makes me steak and eggs. And bacon. And oh, last time I was there, I had he made me sausages and bacon and egg and hash browns and chorizo for some reason. I don't know. I guess he had some. And yeah, a bunch of stuff. It was nice. It was delicious. I ate that for breakfast and then I felt sick for the rest of the day. The paprika and the dill, I think are gonna be important. I think maybe it's giving I don't know what I think. I'm too dumb. Meow, 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 meow. Could these be Polish? I was thinking Poland or Hungary or something like that because it's got dill and paprika. I know it's not Czech, but it does have Czech-ish ingredients. So yeah, let's try Poland maybe. Hot. Could this be Swiss? Where's the compass saying we need to go? No, it's not. It's saying we gotta go south. Okay, it's definitely not. We're south of Poland, yeah. Hello, Catzilla. How are you? Is it a Balkan dish? I mean, maybe. It does want us to go south. Bosnia. I'm gonna try Yugoslavia. How does it let us name old countries? I don't know, but I want to. I want to. Fight me. Nah, it doesn't let us. Boo! You think that A with a hat is Romanian? Ooh. Moldova. Oh, sensitive. Sensitive content. Apparently there's raw meat in this photo. Damn, guys. Did you ever think I would show you my raw meat live on air? Here we go. Oh. Okay. Rat. It's a rat. Rat, bamboo skewer, salt, garlic, chili, coriander, lime, cumin, soy sauce, lemongrass, ginger, and shallots. This dish features small rodents skewered and grilled over an open flame. The meat is marinated in a mixture of spices, herbs, and sauces to enhance its flavor before being cooked until tender, aromatic. It is typically served as a street food delicacy, enjoyed for its unique taste and crispy texture. It certainly looks crispy. Certainly looks crispy, I will say that. Often accompanied by assorted dipping sauces, the dish offers an adventurous culinary experience. Yeah, I will say. Let's go for Cambodia. It borders Cambodia. Ugh. Rat on a stick. I wash myself with a rat on a stick. Sorry. Chocolate, marshmallows, nuts, desiccated coconut, jelly candies, dry fruit. Is this Rocky Road? If it is, it's Australian. Correct, Rocky Road. Yay, look at me. I'm so smart, guys. I am so smart. We're still a gastronomical genius, even though we're a bit dumb. Okay, one more game, and then I'm gonna go lie in my bed and you saw people eat Rocky Road once. What do you mean you saw people eat it? Did you eat it? Have you never eaten it? You've only seen... What are you saying? What are you saying? You crazy person. The rat on a stick. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Rocky Road. I was like, dude, that's a bit weird. Sorry. Oh, I know this. Cucumbers, tomatoes, red onions, parsley, lemon juice, olive oil, salt, or pepper. Okay, this is a Lebanese salad. This is a Turkish salad. This is an everywhere salad. Let's go for Lebanon. Oh, okay. I was wrong. Let's go sumac, so let's go for Turkey. Borders Turkey. Oh, Shiraz. That's Iran. Shiraz is Iran, right? Yeah. There we go. I have a Persian friend called Shiraz. I went to primary school with her. She's a nice girl. She's a nice lady. I guess she's a lady now. She's a nice lady. Milk, enzymes, and salt. This dish is made... Oh, wait. It says what it is. It's Italian. It says it. Correct. Rice, butter, onion, chicken stock, cream, cheese, grated parmesan, white sauce, breadcrumbs, salt, pepper, chicken, shrimp, vegetables, a mushroom, and garlic. This dish features rice baked with creamy bechamel sauce topped with sauteed ingredients like chicken or shrimp, and often includes vegetables such as onions and mushrooms. It's covered with melted cheese, typically, I can't say that, Gruyere? 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 I don't know. Trying to mozzarella, and has a golden crisp top after baking. The combination of flavors creates a comforting, savoring experience, blending rich textures and aromas into a delightful meal. Gruyere? Gruyere yourself. Gruno, how about that? Gruno, how about that? You had food poisoning from a servo lasagna? Oh yeah, that would be nasty. That would be really fucking gross, to be fair. Let's try Murica. Ice cold. White sauce. Rice, butter, onion. Ew, why does it look like that? I don't want it. Take it away. Shrimp and cheese makes you think Cajun and Japan. Oh, it could be Japanese. They do like to make some monstrosities with the Western food over there. They are quite good at it. Or maybe like Monaco. Well, I don't know. It's not helping a lot. You're not helping a lot, mate. You're not really like narrowing it down particularly. Ugh. Those are 3 triangulations. You're a triangulation. No, you. Let's try Japan. Oh, what the fuck? It's Japanese. Good work, Hyperbove. Sponge cake. Raspberry jam, pastry cream, whipped cream, marzipan, green food coloring, sugar, butter, eggs, flour, milk, vanilla, icing sugar. This dish is a layered dessert composed of alternating layers, I can speak English, of light sponge cake, rich pastry cream, and a thick blanket of whipped cream, all encased in a smooth layer of green marzipan, typically crowned with a pink marzipan rose and a dusting of powdered sugar. It offers a balance of sweetness and creaminess. The characteristic green marzipan gives the dessert its distinct, elegant appearance. You do know this, but you don't want to tell me? Tell me, please. No. Please. Pretty please. I promise I will be nice. Swedish princess cake? Okay, thank you. Oh, wow. It actually was. Look at that. Hold it under zero pressure. I'm a very hard person to say no to. One of my English teachers said that to me once. And this was like when I was in year 12. She goes, Panda, please don't do cute face at me. I can't remember. I wanted to do something. Yet she was like, Panda, don't do cute face at me. She's like, honestly, please, I can't. She's like, don't do your cute face. Don't do it. And I was like, please. Anyway, it's not my fault. I was just born like that. Bread, cheese, pickle, butter, lettuce, tomato. To make this dish, start with 2 slices of bread. Spread pickle relish evenly on one side. Layer thin slices of your favorite cheese on top. Add optional ingredients like lettuce or tomato. I think this is the United Kingdom. Maybe. Although this cheese looks American, so maybe not. Oh, we're unleashing little Juniper's childhood trauma. So the United Kingdom? Correct. We're still gastronomical geniuses. Well, I'm gonna go lie down in my bed because my boobs really fucking hurt and I feel very dizzy and yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna go. Alright. I can't get some sleep. I'm like overtired. I'm like tweaking. Alright. See you next time. Bye. Plop.